At you with another video. Today is in regards to basically prepping for Ultima 7. As we are kind of progressing along in the raids, we are getting ever so closer to testing out U7 and really working towards that end game progress. So we are getting very quickly close to 80% in 6.5, which is the highest difficulty. So I would say probably in the next 2 weeks at the very most, we will be at least going into a U7 raid and seeing how we do and just kind of testing the waters, see where the alliance is. So with that being said, we will be in U7 a lot sooner rather than later. So I certainly think it's a good point to really start looking at your U7 raid team, whatever that might be. I know it's a little harder to start planning for something that you have yet to experience. However, just offering, I guess, some words of wisdom. U7, the raids are much different than anything we've previously done in. I think we started at Ultimus 5. We've worked our way up the difficulties in Ultimus 6. So, with that being said, the raid team you may be using for Ultimus 6 might not really get you the same results in Ultimus 7. And that's why, once the symbiotes were announced, I did kind of highly encourage everyone to start working on your symbiotes as they will really the team has the potential to get you all the way through Ultimus 7.5, which is the currently the highest difficulty content for that raid. So with that being said, just kind of where I think that team should kind of be if you are using the symbiotes, they should be able to handle Ultimus 7. The goal is obviously initially 30%. I feel like they should be able to do pretty well. Most likely at Gear 12, I think they would definitely be able to handle up to 30%. They might be able to handle it at Gear Tier 11, but that's something we can definitely test out as we test out that system. So something I think you should be looking at, symbiotes probably at least at Gear Tier 11. A combination of their skills should be at 664 at the very minimum. I'll post a infographic that I believe it's actually already in the infographic page as far as the symbiotes and what T4s are recommended. And, combination, if you can start at least getting those essential T4s built up, this team really does have the potential to really get you through the Ultima 7 raid campaign pretty easily with minimal effort. Now, I know a lot of people are still missing Symbiote Spider Man, myself included. So, until Symbiote Spider Man is unlocked, I have been kind of playing around and testing a couple other characters to fill into his space. And so far, the two characters that I think kind of do the best in that role are going to be Emma Frost as well as Captain Marvel, with Emma Frost doing just a little bit better than Captain Marvel, just because I think she has a higher heal rate. She's offering the addition of slowing the enemy teams down with her diamond form. And it's kind of a nice combo of offering slows while the symbiotes are eventually speeding themselves up. So I'll be curious. I only have experience in Ultima 7, with using a full symbiote team on Khaleesi, and they were already pretty built up, so I was able to auto all my nodes. So I will be curious with Minicall to see how the fight goes and if Gear Tier 11 is possible. I am still kind of working on them. Working on getting them towards Gear 12, and at that point, I will kind of stop on them for a little bit, and I'll kind of go over that a little bit more when I do my basically my 10-day update, which I should be doing on Wednesday. I believe that is day 80 for me. So just kind of to give everyone a heads up, you should really start planning that Ultima 7 team. We are kind of getting to the point in the game where I would say primary focuses should still be Dark Dimension 1, And then that secondary focus, I think, should be your Ultima 7 raid team. So, if you need to reach out to anyone in leadership to kind of get some ideas as far as Ultima 7 raid teams, if you are looking online and, you're looking for teams, certainly happy to kind of, I guess, theory craft with you. The only thing, a lot of the Ultima 7 raid teams are going to be very legendary dependent or very late game character dependent. And that was kind of why I suggested everyone, really kind of go hard, I guess, on your symbiotes. So I guess depending on where you are in the game, I think a shift in focus might be a priority. I know some people are, focusing on legendary characters or building their roster. And, while that's definitely a great mindset to have, I don't really think that is where we are collectively as an alliance. And with Ultimus raids being something we run every single day, that should certainly, I think, be a priority as far as what you're working on. If you look here at the Ultima 7 rewards, you're going to see, even at the 30% mark, you are going to get a ton of these raid credits, which are going to help you start unlocking characters, as well as starting to get some more of those mini unique purple gears that you're going to need to take your characters to gear 11, 12, etc. We're going to be able to start farming these T4s, which you're going to need to really build your characters to endgame level. You're going to get a bunch of these T3s, which are going to help you even further. You're getting, you know, 7,000 of these purple orbs. So, every day you are getting at least, 3.5 purple gear orb pulls. And then you're also going to be getting a minimum of, one orange gear pull every 2 days, depending on where you rank. So getting to Ultima 7, it's really important where it's really going to help you progress even further and get you, just really start. That's when you can really start building your roster, building up your other teams, and it's just going to make the end game process a lot easier. So the sooner we can get into Ultimate 7, the better. And the only way we're going to be able to do that is if collectively, as an alliance, we are all working towards the same goals. So I think everyone at this point, you should be doing maybe a little bit of a shift in focus. I still do think Dark Dimension 1 should still be a primary focus. So if you're like myself and you are working on the aim train, you should pretty much have, I would say, gear 11 should be the minimum for Dark Dimension 1. You can go up to Dark Dimension 2 if you like. It's just going to make Dark Dimension 2 all the easier for you. But I am at the point right now where basically all I am doing is I am farming Scientist Supreme shards, Captain Marvel shards, Security, and Assaulter. And mind you, that doesn't take, a whole lot of energy for the day. After I've used those shard energies, I then shift over to my raid team and I am working on getting my raid team fully geared up. So I am just about ready to finish Anti-Venom. I just need to get one more of these mini uniques, and he will be at gear 11. I will then go over to Venom, finish him up, and get him to gear 11. And then, like I said, I probably will take this team to gear tier 12 just to make Ultima 7 a little bit easier for me. And at that point, I can then shift my focus. But so I think a little focus fire on your Ultima 7 raid team is, while it may take you away from something else you might currently be doing, it's certainly a great investment in the long term. Like I said, just look at the rewards for Ultima 7, and I mean, that's just at the 30% mark. That's really going to help you start building up that roster and really help you progress as we get in there. And if we're able to keep progressing the pace we've been in, we should be in 60% sooner rather than later once we get started. And I mean, the gear just kind of explodes at that point. So hopefully everyone, you found this video helpful. I again would suggest you really start kind of focus firing on your Ultima 7 raid team. As like I said, at the very longest, we will probably be working on that raid at least probably in the next month, if not sooner. And I could say we'd probably be testing out that raid probably in the next 2 weeks, would be my guess. So if y'all have any questions about your Ultima 7 teams or just any questions in general, feel free to reach out to me on Discord at Khaleesi, in-game mini call, Jakaris, or Khaleesi. And any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to your Alliance leadership. Anything you'd like to see specifically produced, feel free to let me know. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Hope everyone is having a good week, and good luck building those Ultima 7 raid teams.